l'impatto dei muri che l'Iken crea è duplice, perché prima c'è l'impatto che abbiamo con ogni tipo di muro, perché la gigantografia, insomma la grandezza, e poi lui ci stupisce di innumerevoli dettagli.
Io non so cosa vedono gli altri, così come loro non sanno cosa vedo io. Come così forse non so neanche io cosa vedo poi qua. Arriva direttamente al DNA in qualche maniera, poi noi ce l'abbiamo dentro come la musica.
Non sempre quando ti progetti prima una cosa, poi vedendo poi le dimensioni, quando vai a lavorare proprio sulla superficie, nasce qualcosa di diverso, pure più interessante.
Mi piace molto stare di fronte al Corviale. Questa città verticale, insomma, compattata da architetto, mi incuriosisce.
Vedo veramente che nella gente c'è lo stupore quando tiro fuori un colore, che col colore puoi appunto abbellire una parte di città che prima era grigia, sporca.
Quindi vediamo come JB Rock, appunto, attraverso tutta questa serie di stencil crei quest'opera fortemente verticale verso l'alto.
Imao sam predivno djetinjstvo, imao sam predivnu mladost, imao sam situiran život, redovnu plaću, imao sam ženu sve do rata u Sarajevu, ja sam iz Sarajeva, iz Bosne i Hercegovine. Kad ljudi vide čovjeka da kopa po kanti smećem, misle da je u pitanju neradnik, da je u pitanju čovjek koji je sam kriv za svoju sudbinu. Dakle, ja sam 3,5 godine bio baš beskućnik po ruševinama bez ikakvih prava. Onda sam dobio i uspio sam izganjati osobnu iskaznicu, što je u Hrvatskoj jako bitno da bi mogao dobiti socijalnu pomoć. Kad sam dobio socijalnu pomoć, zahvaljujući njoj mogu plaćati jednu malu sobicu. I onda sam pokrenuo inicijativu i aktivirao sam svoju humanitarnu udrugu Fighter za pomoć beskućnicima. Jedan od projekata moje udruge je i časopis Ulični fajteri koji prodaju isključivo beskućnici. Ja sam i dalje korisnik ovoga projekta i kao osnivač ove moje humanitarne udruge sam i partner sada. Zajednički organizujemo i tribine, i kongrese, i izložbe, i prezentacije.
Prije otprilike skoro 7 godina sam završio na ulici jer mi je račun bio blokiran, ovrha došla na račun, nisam si mogao plaćati stan, pa sam završio na ulici. Sreća moja da nisam dugo bio na ulici, bio sam kratko vrijeme dok me nisu primile sestre Majke Terezije u prenoćište na jednoj radionici preko VCZ-a sam upoznao gospođu Sanju Bunić koja mi je pomogla da se učlanim i u knjižnicu, ali s obzirom da nisam znao raditi na kompjuterima, nisam si mogao pretraživati katalog i tako dalje, pa me u jednom trenutku pozvala da dođem na radionicu za treću životnu dob, gdje sam u kratko vrijeme uspio savladati taj rad na kompjuterima i tako da sam se onda počeo sam posuđivati knjige, pretraživati kataloge i počeo sam u jednom trenutku i pomagati s mojim prijateljima koji to nisu znali. I gospođa Sanja, kad je vidjela da ja pomažem drugima, došla na ideju prije to jedno 6 godina koliko već ima da otvorimo jednu radionicu za beskućnike na kompjutere, jer to su ipak ljudi koji bi htjeli naučiti, ali nisu imali gdje. Jer uvijek mi je drago gdje sam se god pojavio da se ljudi da su mi dočekivali širokoga osmijeha, da vidim da im baš se oči zacakle kad me ugledaju, tako da mi je onda bilo drago i onda mi njihova podrška stvarno bila najveći. Od svih materijalnih dobara to mi je bilo najveća podrška i pomoć. Da.
Ja sam kao profesorica njemačkog i engleskog jezika sam naučena uvijek imat pod rukom neku knjigu i tako da je kad dolazim sem skratim nostalgiju po svojoj domovini. Za mene to jako puno znači. Imala puno stvarno problema i što se tiče i tu sam mogla v zahvalnosti nje, ni samo ja, a i drugi su korisnike naći i psihološku podršku. Izuzetno mi je drago da knjižnice su pomogli mi nabaviti kompjuter, jer ove godine moja kći ide u gimnaziju. Knjižnica to moj drugi dom. Puno ljudi dolazi, koji su živi u prihvatilištima, mogu doći sem, sest za kompjuter, ni samo daže naći tu informaciju, mogu popiti čaj, netko daže dolazi odmah iz parka, iz ulice i ta teplota nekoliko par tih sata stvarno čovjeka malo digne da on stvarno osjeća da nije sam.
Radioницы засвоили. Знamo što se sve избацали из зоологического в Берлину и послали них исток своей банды у Хамбург. После краевских избили, послали.
I always wanted to become a librarian. Books have always saved my life. They helped me to succeed the odds of being a child who didn't talk up till the age of 5. And I developed a stutter, so books were my comfort and my refuge, and I've been in love with books ever since. My name is Donald Peoples. I am from South Jamaica, Queens. I am an adult librarian at the East Flatbush branch of Brooklyn Public Library. When I became a librarian, some of the library staff would complain about, oh, this patron came to the library and he or she had this odor. And I'm like, are they kidding me? That's when I had to tell my story. I'm like, well, wait a minute. I was homeless. I didn't stink. People get their perceptions of homeless people from what they see on TV. These are the same people you were told to look down on, to look at them as the scum of the universe and undesirables. People think homeless people are bums, they're derelicts, but not really understanding the different factors of domestic violence, fires, being LGBT, being a war vet, having mental illness, just being an older adult when the pensions are running out, or job loss. In 2012, I was outsourced from an employer. I went on unemployment, and then my landlord at the time, he had wanted the apartment back, so my friend took me in. I planned 3 months to get myself back on my feet. But her invitation ended up lasting a year. In the final months, there were little subtle things that kind of had told me, you're interrupting their lives. I was looking for work, but nothing came. All of my money ran out. So on May 2nd, 2014, I made that transition to the shelter world. That was on a Friday. I will never forget that. When I was in them shelters and going through all that bureaucratic tape, it felt like I was in a war. It felt like I was in the military because you got to deal with the possibilities, your stuff being taken. You may have to go into a fight with somebody. I was afraid. I was afraid of being beaten up. I was afraid of being assaulted. But I used to come into the shelter and I was stopped, berated, yelled at by the correctional officers. It's just loud. Hey, take everything out your pocket. Da 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 da. And I'm saying to myself, what did I do? I complied. I'm complying. I'm not trying to argue. Libraries were my refuge. I needed some things to take me away from that reality. I just read most of the time. There were days in which the security guard would see me carrying 5 or 6 books. A lot of people have this misperception that some cultural groups don't read. I remember doing breakfast, I was inquiring about a Chelsea Handler book. I was just thinking I just wanted a book just so I can laugh. One of the top correctional officers, he's like, that doesn't belong to you. And I'm like, I'm just asking you a question, but it doesn't concern you. I went back down into the kitchen. I got the book. It still puzzles me to this day as to the resistance that he gave me about a Chelsea Handler book. I used to come here when I was a resident at the shelter as a comfort and a refuge from the everyday realities of being a homeless shelter resident. And I would always take the books back to the shelter with me to put into the bins to get the correctional officers off of me. Books were my weapon against the COs and the shelter reality. When I became homeless May 2nd, I was pursuing an information and library science degree at Pratt Institute. May 16th, 2014, I went to my ceremony at Radio City Music Hall. I came back to that shelter feeling more proud than ever with my cap and gown on and my diploma. I always wanted to become a librarian, and I always let the caseworker know, this is my dream, even though she told me, oh, but to be realistic, you just have to just take anything. And I would tell her, no, I didn't just come to the shelter to take anything. I was hired by Brooklyn Public Library in June of 2016. I just noticed the libraries are saying everyone is welcome, everyone is included in the doors, but then you see a homeless person, real or imagined, everything changes then. I wanted to educate people on dismantling the myths and the stereotypes people do have about homelessness and homeless people. I always wanted to do a program at the library. Shine On Me was a 10-week initiative which was geared to introduce people experiencing homelessness to resources and skills for them to get back onto their feet and out of homelessness. Today will be intake. Our 2 social workers will be here to do the intake. So anything you want, any questions? The libraries are the vanguard for social change. There's a lot of potential for libraries to step up, to alleviate homelessness, to make homeless residents feel included without this trepidation of, oh, the odor and the smell. Most importantly, I wanted people experiencing homelessness telling their own stories without these narrators telling the stories for themselves.
La biblioteca nasce da un'idea di Luigia ed era un suo vecchio desiderio, quello di mettere in piedi qualcosa per i bambini molto piccoli. Le biblioteche di solito non si dedicano molto a questo, e invece lei ha pensato di mettere in piedi una cosa simile. E abbiamo cominciato immediatamente a pensare come organizzarla, come strutturarla, come funziona una biblioteca, perché chiaramente nessuno aveva idea, salvo il fatto di frequentarla.
I frequentatori della biblioteca giravano all'arco. Perché non ci andiamo mai a
Alfred, buonasera.
Buonasera.
Inizialmente è stato difficile inserire perché era difficile far comprendere che era importante la lettura e leggere i libri ai bambini che sono piccoli.
Il fatto è che la giornata si era fatta bella e il sole scaldava l'aria e alla Paperetta nulla sembrò più opportuno che farsi un bel bagnetto nello stagno.
Quando io proponevo questa attività, tutti quanti mi dicevano ma mio figlio non sa ancora leggere, pensando che leggere un libro, sfogliare un libro, leggerlo a un bambino è una cosa che si fa soltanto a 6 anni.
Tira forte.
Loro sono legati molto di più alla fisicità, al fruscio della pagina, alla percezione, è più vicino al loro modo di conoscere il mondo.
Lo vuoi vedere? Mettiti seduta sul divano così lo leggi meglio, no?
Cos'è quello? È quello che fa il segno che abbiamo consegnato i libri.
Il mio papà legge molto. Lui ha una grande biblioteca a casa, che lui è appassionato della storia. C'è tutti i libri della storia, poi c'era un altro scaffale, mi ricordo era lo scaffale di mamma, libri tutti dei romanzi e tutto il resto. Ero abituata io a stare sempre con i libri, ma piano piano cerco di passare questa passione a Matteo.
Piano piano abbiamo visto nascere questa realtà, prima in uno spazio piccolino e poi invece nell'esplosione di spazio, di possibilità di accoglierne sempre di più di bambini. Abbiamo cercato sempre di supportare Walter e Luigia nelle loro idee e i ragazzi ne hanno tratto un beneficio enorme.
Per me è casa la biblioteca, è un mondo dove imparare a sognare. Trovi tutto, trovi storie, trovi libri. Dipende da noi genitori a portare i bambini verso questo. Lo faccio sedere in braccio a me?
No, no.
Se serve così.
No, sono un po' grande.
No, non sei grande, stai benissimo. Stiamo cercando un suo stile nella lettura, perché abbiamo passato dai libri per i piccoli a quelli per i più grandicelli.
Non toccare,
Il nostro obiettivo era addirittura di concentrarla dai bambini da 0 a 6 anni. Poi però i bambini crescono, allora con il fatto che vogliono continuare a venire in biblioteca, eccetera, così abbiamo allungato fino ai 10-11 anni, quindi abbiamo libri anche per bambini, ormai quasi anche adolescenti. L'idea che abbiamo in mente è di mettere in piedi una mediateca grande dove poter raccogliere i ragazzi, gli adolescenti, con vari tipi di offerta, non solo libri, ma anche DVD, video, eccetera, quindi anche con il cinema. Il fatto di avere un luogo protetto dove ancora si crede nella cultura legata al libro e ancora si crede nell'importanza della relazione anche che si crea nel leggere una storia, nel leggere un libro. La relazione si crea tra il bambino e il genitore, ma si crea anche tra i genitori che poi condividono, no, quel libro, oppure tra i bambini che vedono che quel libro stesso e quella storia l'ha letto un altro.
giungla.
Ah, caspita. Allora, l'ora delle storie era finita, gli disse una bambina.
E quindi è una relazione che è creata da questo strumento che sono le storie, che poi le storie è la forma, penso, più importante che l'uomo poi ha trovato per tramandarsi le conoscenze, per legare anche, per legare tra le persone, per legare all'interno dei gruppi, delle comunità. I benefici di un posto come questo è ancora oggi dare la possibilità ai genitori, a tutti quanti, di capire quanto le storie sono importanti per la nostra vita.
Gioca niente gelato. Siete sudatissimi.
Ciao ciao.
Ciao Master. Ciao, buonasera. Ciao.
No, mamma!
In the first years of life, our kids' brains are firing. They're forming hundreds of new brain connections every second. It's partly what they're born with, but their family life and experiences are important for healthy brain growth. As a scientist, I understand that the brain grows at its fastest in a child's first 5 years. As a parent, I know that giving your child a great start has benefits that last a whole lifetime. Taking the time to interact with our kids through everyday activities like sharing stories, talking, singing, and playing are the best way to get those little brains firing and to help our kids. Your local library is a great place to learn more. Visit yours today for free activities and support to help make the most of the first 5 years. Don't wait. Get involved today.
Figurati che cosa devo schiacciare qui. Il primo, il secondo o il terzo. Speriamo sia tutto a posto,
No, ma non mi dire in che via sono. Devo andare a destra o a sinistra? Non mi far leggere la via. A destra?
Qual è senza lattosio?
Ma guardi, deve leggere bene gli ingredienti sulla confezione. Se legge bene, ci sono tutti gli ingredienti.
Ma non si capisce qua, non si capisce bene.
Scusi, ma non sa leggere?
Allı turnam bizim ele varırsan, allı turnam bizim ele varırsan,
şeker söyle, kaymak söyle, bal söyle. Gülüm gülüm kırıldı kolum, tutmuyor elim turnaları.
ah gülüm gülüm, yar gülüm gülüm, kız gülüm gülüm,
Eğer bizi sual eden olursa,
eğer bizi sual eden olursa,
boynum bükük benzi soluk yar söyle. Gülüm gülüm kırıldı kolum, tutmuyor elim dumlaları.
ah gülüm gülüm, yar gülüm gülüm, kız gülüm gülüm, turnaları. Allı turnam ne gezersin hava Ne olmamış bulunmuşum dünyada.
Ne olmamış kulumuşum dünyada. Akşam olsun allı turnamdan geri.
Gülüm gülüm kırıldı kolum, tutmuyor elim durnalar ey. Ah gülüm gülüm, yar gülüm gülüm, kız gülüm gülüm durnalar ey.
Welcome to Project Library Planet. We're in Oslo, Norway, in an area called Furuset. And this is Stine, the leader of the Furuset Library and Activity House. Hi.
Hi.
Nice to meet you and nice being here, really.
Thanks for coming.
So, this library looks brand new, is it?
Yeah, that's true. We opened 3 months ago. This is not your typical regular library. What we have here is we have a library, a youth central, and a volunteer central, and also a cafe mixed together in this brand new house.
Wow, it must be challenging to combine all the functions in the same building.
Yeah, it's been challenging, but a lot of fun. We are now 23 people working here with different backgrounds, different qualities, and we have a lot of fun, but it's been hectic, really hectic.
In what way? How many people come here every day?
The old library that was located in the first floor had around 600 people every day.
Wow.
But after we opened, we now have between 1,200 and 1,700 visitors every single day.
That's crazy. It's not even such a big place.
I know, so it's crowded.
Yeah. So all these people come here for a reason. What do they come here for?
They come here for a lot of different reasons. Some come to study, to do their homework. Some come to visit the cafe, to eat lunch. Some are maybe watching a movie, taking a dance class, learning how to speak Norwegian. But most of the people come here just to have a place to be. Either alone or just or a place to be with friends, to meet new people, and the social meeting place it's the main key here. It's always been what's most important in this area.
And you have a cafe in the library. That's a bit unusual.
It might be unusual, but it was one of the greatest wishes from the people when we worked with this project. So we knew that we had to have a cafe. And this cafe is part of our house organization. We have 3 people working here. And also, in addition to them, we give young adults the possibility to work here, to get some experience. They might have dropped out of school, they might not go to school or not work for different reasons, and they come here to us, work for maybe a month, maybe 3 months, to get something on the resume and to give back.
It smells delicious.
Yeah, we have our leader of the cafe is from France. We have Italian kitchen chef.
Wow.
And we have food, organic, local food from different places.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good.
Right. Could you tell us why you're here today?
I'm here to grab my lunch. I usually come for having meetings or just eating, relaxing a little bit, try to get some space to focus.
Do you come here often?
Maybe 3 times a week. Yeah.
Whoa, that's quite regularly.
Yeah.
Why? Is it a nice place to be?
Yeah, you meet a lot of people that I work with or people I actually know from just the community, and I get to relax and breathe a little bit in my workday.
Right. Do you have a favorite spot here in the building?
Yeah, it's upstairs by the cafe where you can eat and try to work or relax, and here by the sofas, actually.
Of course,
yeah.
Naturally. So, Stina, we're in the sound room now. What happens here?
In the sound room it's possible for kids to get lectures from some of our house staff. We have recruited some local rappers.
Wow.
And that's working in this studio. And it's possible to book like a class or an hour with them. And they can record in the room behind us. They can learn how to write lyrics, they can learn how to express themselves. And in return, they give something back to us. So like this summer, we're having this workshop called Summer Music Camp. And then the kids will learn during a week to write, to record. And after, when the summer, when the school is starting up, we're having this party, back to school party. And then the kids will perform and to show the other kids what they have learned during the summer.
Why have you decided to employ local rappers here? It's a strange decision, it might seem.
We have decided to recruit locally because it's important for the kids in this area to have role models and to have grown-ups that they can look up to and relate to. And it's important for us that the kids get this arena to learn how to express themselves and be proud and get confident, and also to learn something that they can show others, show their parents, show their friends.
So what does the library give to the community?
It gives back a lot, I will say. First and foremost, this house isn't built by us, it's built by the community. It's been a project going on for a lot of years and a lot of involvement from the users and from also the not users. And so this house is built after their wishes and what they want the house to be. And we have had a lot of meetings, a lot of interviews, talked to a lot of people. And everybody said that they wanted to have this meeting place, this huge meeting place for the whole borough, not just the Furuset, but the whole borough of Alna. And I wanted a place to come, to meet people, to express themselves, to also to give back to the community themselves. So having like a volunteer central here is really important to achieve that goal.
Wow, there's a lot of bikes here. Why are they all here?
We're actually starting to rent out bikes today. So in a couple of hours we get a visit from one of Oslo's councilwomen that's going to open this for us. So this is one of many activities that we have to challenge people to use the areas around us more and to visit the nature and do stuff like that.
We'll talk to Helena, who is head of programming here at Furuset Library. Hello.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. And could you please tell us what programs you have for young people here?
Well, young people are one of the biggest group that are visiting us. We've just had a survey, and that showed that the age group of, say, 15 to 25 are a big user group of our library and activity house. And 2 times a week we have special nights for young people or youngsters. And they do everything from video games, playing pool, football, and we do have a different dance groups that we have ourselves in charge of, and then we also have other groups that we don't really cooperate with them, but we have the rooms and the facilities, and they come in and have their own dance groups. We're in a situation now where we're kind of debating amongst ourselves if we want to most of all just be kind of a playground and be an open space where young people can come and do whatever they want, or what kind of program we want to make for them, or what kind of program they want us to make for them. Because it's a balance of giving them the space and both physically and kind of mentally to just be themselves, and we don't want to do too much. They need the kind of the free place to just do whatever they want, but we also need to develop some programs that are or activities that will make them engaged.
Right. And are you trying to communicate with them on in other spheres? I don't know, on the internet maybe?
Yeah, we do have the social media, of course, Facebook. We just got an Instagram account, so that's kind of new. But also seeing that this is our local community is they are the ones that are visiting us, and they are the definitely most important group. So being a part of the community and getting to know other kind of leader figures in the youth community and other kind of channels in this area in particular, that's the most important for us actually.
Now we'll talk to Sara, who works here as a technical manager for projects for young people and children. Hello.
Hello.
Thanks for talking to us. Can you please tell us about the area here? What's special about it?
It's a lot of things that's very special about this area, but one of the main things is that it has a history that has been one of the reasons why we have this house today. Because a couple of years ago, it's not a long time, it was a community that was characterized as a community where it was a lot of gangs and a high crime. So the district of Alna here in Oslo went together with a lot of institutions in the community and found out that they didn't have anything for the youth. They didn't have activities for the youth. So we opened a youth center in Furuset. We are a part of this house here in Furuset today, and it has been to have activities for the youth has been some of the main things in the district, because that's the place where you prevent crime.
Right. So you're saying the library plays a large role in the well-being of the district?
It has a lot of, it is an important part of the well-being of the district, and as we can see, it has a lot of people coming here, and especially a lot of children and youth are using this place, and that shows that it is a huge demand on places like this who gathers the community. And we have a positive thing in this community, and it's like over 150 nations living in this community. And we have a lot of people with minority backgrounds, and we don't see it as a problem or as a challenge, because they are living together peacefully, and they are making a culture in this place that we love in this place. So it has given us a lot, and it also is the reason why we need such a cultural place in Furuset, because of the population is like how it is.
Thank you very much, Sarah. That was really interesting and very important.
Yeah, thank you very much.
We get inspiration, no matter big or small. We're stepping inside the door of the Lord. There's no limitation, our journey of exploration will be a fascination. People are in connection, from future back to ancient, across generations and nations. Go beyond the time, go beyond space, within us that we're greater than us, than a pharaoh. Go beyond the time, go beyond space, in here the treasure of wisdom's going to open up your mind. Come on together, everybody together, turn the page, share with someone next to you. Come on together, everybody together, how wonderful we're linked together. Beyond the tender space, come on together, everybody together, turn the page, share with someone next to you. Come on together, everybody together, there's no stranger in here, how wonderful we're linked together. A day beyond the time and space.
C'est une grande satisfaction que de voir cette exposition parce que c'est un peu un rêve. Tous ces documents, objets, pour un certain nombre d'entre eux, étaient dans des cartons, dans des placards et attendaient d'être un jour montrés, partagés. Et voilà qu'on peut dire que le peuple de Lyon aujourd'hui a accès à tout ça à l'occasion des 50 ans de l'assassinat de Martin Luther King. Voilà.
Farewell, fellow servant. I'm going away to leave you. But 100 years later, the Negro still is not free. When the sun go down, when the sun go down.
Alors là, on est devant un certain nombre de photos qui évoquent la célèbre marche d'août 1963, du 28 août 1963 sur Washington. C'est 250 000 personnes qui se sont rassemblées sur le mall de Washington et qui demandaient, et on l'oublie souvent, non seulement la justice au plan de l'égalité raciale, mais aussi la justice au niveau des droits économiques. C'est une marche contre le racisme et pour le travail, on l'oublie souvent, hein, particulièrement illustré dans ce célèbre discours I Have a Dream, dont on dit que c'est un discours qui a changé la face de l'Amérique.
Now is the time to rise from the dark and desolate valley of segregation to the sunlit path of racial justice. Now is the time. When the sun goes down, well, it's all again.
Parce qu'on a très souvent une vision déformée de Martin Luther King. Certes, il est le pasteur enraciné dans la non-violence évangélique, le disciple de Gandhi. Il est un rêveur, mais c'est pas un doux rêveur. C'est aussi c'est un penseur de la réforme sociale. C'est un prophète, quelqu'un qui dénonce les injustices.
He's alright. He's alright. He's alright. He's been my mother. He's alright. He's been my father. He's alright. He's been my water. He's alright.
Et puis l'Amérique, à partir de ce discours, a senti que elle ne pouvait plus être l'Amérique digne d'elle-même, fière d'elle-même, si les démons du racisme continuaient à l'habiter, à la travailler, à s'extérioriser. Et c'est pour ça que cette marche de Washington est un événement central quand même dans l'histoire de l'Amérique et du même coup dans l'histoire du monde, lorsqu'on sait la place que l'Amérique tient dans le monde.
decided to upload our books to the cloud so that you can read or listen to them wherever you are for free.